It's interesting that you mentioned also that you moved when you were 18 to the US. And, Ilyas Trebolev, I hope I'm pronouncing his name remotely right, he a professor at Stanford who studies entrepreneurship. He was saying that there was a very high correlation between people who traveled to different countries when they were young and entrepreneurship and being a good startup founder. Do you think, why do you think that would be based on your experience?
The sign that you like to take risk.
Mm,
So people that don't like to take risks will remain in their environment probably their whole life and find comfort and solace in their own environment that they're very acquainted with.
right.
Folks that like to take risk will try to venture outside. And, honestly, Ali, in our genetics, if you look at Arabs specifically, most of us were nomads for a very, very long
Mm,
time. That takes a lot of risk for you to move between regions in the Middle East and whatever. You don't know if this region is going to be safe or not. You're
right.
trying to find maybe new trade or something to support the family. So it's in our genes, believe it or not. And I think there's a correlation with that. I mean, I can get into this. I've researched this a little bit. America
Mm,
actually has a higher ratio of folks because everyone kind of immigrated to America, and
yep.
they had to leave their comfort zones back wherever they're from. This
Yep.
is Europe, Middle East, Asia, and when you do those types of moves, um, it actually shows a higher inclination of brain chemicals for certain
Right.
individuals. So it's a really interesting topic.
So you're kind of genetically predisposed to take more risk and
I
and
would
do
say
that
so.
type of
I
thing.
mean, you could be taking risk because your family supports you and like they're like pushing you in that direction, so it kind of buffers
Yeah.
over your comfort zone. But if you like to take risk, and if you look at all the startup founders, and this includes you, we like to take risk. We'd like to assess risk and then take gambles and bets and stuff like this, and that's where I think it comes down to the greatest people that are in this industry. They looked at a future that was their own version of a future, and they put everything into it.